Good afternoon on what is a mild, grey and blustery day. It is Thursday, February the 2nd, and I'm in the reading up with a nice hot cup of tea. And a parcel to continue unboxing. So, out of here I have already pulled a couple of things. I've pulled out the Sins Quick-Start and the Slay Industries Quick-Start, and these are all from Nightfall Industries, and the latest one I've got is the Terminator Quick-Start, again from Nightfall Games, and this is really looking forward. I've been looking forward to looking at this for quite a while. Be interesting to see what the publishers can do with the Terminator license. Now, it's interesting that the Terminator has always been one of those intellectual properties that people have gone, oh, is it possible to do a role-playing game based upon the Terminator? And probably yes, it is, but nothing's really happened until very recently. The only thing that's been done with the Terminator as a setting is really there was a miniatures game for from Leading Edge, who also did the Aliens role-playing game, and I think there's been a board game as well, perhaps a card game, that sort of thing, but not an actual role-playing game. So this is the quick start for the new role-playing game from Nightfall Games. So the Terminator RPG Quick Start is a 48-page introduction to the Terminator RPG. It contains 7 pre-made characters, all the essential rules required to play the game, and a single scenario for a GM and for up to 5 players to enjoy, with the aim of introducing a group of players to the dark, frightening and deceitful world of the Terminator. And of course, come with me if you want to live. And that doesn't sound anything like Arnie, I do apologise. Sounds very, very northern. I do apologise for that. Anyway, so, open up, and essentially lots of black, but got a quick start explaining what the role-playing game is, and about the Terminator role-playing game, and then we could dive into the character overview, stats, skills, skill ranks, stat ranks, that sort of thing, and associated skills listings there. We go into traits like exceedingly cool and addiction, arrogant, vision, good, and so on. Obviously there'll be many more in the core rules. Then we have rules and mechanics, and essentially you're rolling handfuls of 10-sided dice, to have one die to achieve a target number, at least one die. So we've got a clear explanation of the rules. You've got examples placed, close by for the game master to basically understand how they work, be shown how they work, as well as told. We have rules for fate and fear, because essentially Terminator is a science fiction horror setting. And of course, that means to gain willpower, and then we've got the combat section. So on, hand-to-hand combat, ranged combat, so on, defensive manoeuvres. So you do actually have, you've got quite detailed manoeuvres here. So there's almost a little bit of a not quite martial arts element to it, but they are kind of broken up into these tables, so there's certain clarity there. So how to resolve ranged combat, health and healing. Okay, and of course, what keeps your player characters going? Hope points. And things like handling hacking, which is really part of the setting, because obviously because you're getting into technical and main networks and mainframes and that sort of thing. And you'll see essentially network hacking there. And then we've got a full example of hacking. and then so we've got an explanation of what's going on there. Good example: melee weapons used in combat, so from hunting knife, brass knuckles, so on, and then ranged weapons. So you do have heavy pistols, and assault rifles, and Westinghouse M25 phase plasma rifle, Westinghouse H31 plasma repeaters. So that, essentially you've got energy weapons, and then other equipment, all important med kits, hacking kits, weapons maintenance kits, and then you've got advice for the game master here on how to run Terminator. And then you get into the full adventure itself, and is essentially 2 steps back, is a one-shot scenario for the Terminator role-playing game, and you're playing members of the Resistance. So you are playing in the in the future, in that post-apocalyptic world, after Skynet has declared war on humanity, and perfectly opens up with Act 1, Welcome to Hell. And then so Act 1, you find a safe house, got detailed there. Count an important NPC, and you've got for the game master, you've got advice on how to portray that player character, that NPC, before we get into Act 2, in the belly of the beast. We have basically almost a trap or a puzzle to overcome. So we've got a moving corridor, including with a network there for the hacking character to work his way through. And then Act 3 is the time displacement chamber. Essentially, there's the network for playing that out on the table, including there's a QR note for basically getting more information, for getting hold of this, and then more information for the director. And we have then the player characters. So essentially, they've each got their own biography here. So you'll need to when you're running this, copy this out for the benefit of your players. And so we have a strategist, medic, an engineer. These, so essentially they're all clearly laid out, but unfortunately there's no illustrate. There's no there's no thumbnail portrait, which is disappointing. But essentially each character has a special role. So, for example, the medic can choose to spend a point of fate to re-roll any dice during a medic or forensic skill test, which allows them to roll the amount of hit points healed by the medical skill twice and take the best result. And we also have grunt and scout. So, essentially, and another scout and another grunt. So you've got a full range of characters, their types there. And then we come to the end there, and that's the Terminator Quick-Start for the Terminator role-playing game from Nightfall Games. So this I will be reviewing as part of my ongoing Quick-Start Saturday strand on reviews from Rillier, essentially breaking this down, looking at how what's in it, what you play, how easy is it to prepare, and so on. So you can read. There'll be a link to the review down below, as well to where you can actually get hold of a copy of this at Drive-Thru RPG. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box, containing a book or game, or in this case a quick start, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do hit the subscribe button down below. In the meantime, thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.